Perfect rip, by the way, so counterspell is not viable. It's stuck? Oh my god, no way they have 3 mana and that actually sticks. Hello everyone and welcome back. Today we're going to be playing more Dinos. I really love this deck. I like using fight rigging in this deck. It's the only deck that I truly enjoy using fight rigging in, so this is where I play it. We do pretty well today with that card. We draw it whenever we need it because we are a luck sack, so that's pretty sweet. So outside of that, we're going to go ahead and hop into the matches. No outro today. It's pretty late for me. I put in a 10-hour workday and then had to do a 2.5-hour meeting after work or stuff, so I don't have enough time to record, so the video is going to be a little bit shorter and no outro. Either way, thanks to y'all for watching, and let's just get out there and game. Wow, really nothing to play at all at any point, huh? I'll keep. Who's going to stop me? My mono red opponent? I mean, it's the start of a new season, so of course they're playing red. Why wouldn't they be? Go, Zumi. Oh, green. That's a green land. That's crazy. I just assumed at the start of every season you automatically had to play your 5-round gauntlet of mono red. Tough cookie? Just mono green? I'm sure, but play fight rigging, something good, smiley face. Weirdly the best card. Like, I'm probably just gonna have to use it as removal. Weirdly just best card. Now, is this Simic or mono green? It could just be like green counters, maybe. I think it's mono green. Could be wrong. Not really a mathematician. Magic magician, if you would. But counter here, you know. Trigger that. Next turn, we're going to play land, play an Atali, but also this is going to trigger popping this Sentinel out of the way, even if they grow it here. I have a 6/4, really tough to remove. It could tear us under our fight rigging, I guess. But also, Hulking Raptor can kind of block the tough cookie in general. Maybe they'll try to grow it. They grow the Sentinel, maybe only attacking with Sentinel here. They are Simic, okay. 3 land drops and no blue permanent reveal besides that one. So do you think they're just holding schooners and stuff? You know what really sucks about them having that on top and it's kind of upsetting? Is knowing that that's what my Atali is going to hit and I'm not happy. Ah, yes. Atali. Love to just slam this. Could just slam this and this. And then let them draw that card and get the bad card out of the way, but I feel like... Oh, this is going to flip regardless, right? Maybe I do just do that. Then I could play a Galton next turn and then play the Atali as well. There's two of these Hulking Raptors will trigger. And we'll play Skullborn Nexus. Now I get to be as dangerous as I want. It's still got a target here. You have food to crack? Is that kind of what our hesitation is here for? Seiju popping that. Sick. Kind of the other nice reason to actually play that out is because if they did have like a Terrace under, for example, they can't really justify going for the fight rigging. They have to go for the other thing. We're gonna attack big here, take a big chunk out of their life total, and then no matter kind of what they play next turn, we're putting in a Ghalta, Atali, and kind of comboing off, and we didn't take like a wasted hit here. Also think, can their glyph only target artifacts, or can it target enchantments as well? Because if it can target enchantments, oh mama, we have quite the enchantment for them to target. They get rid of Schooner. I think the idea was if we had the Atali, we were going to slam it last turn. But, hey, you know, we're going for the instant concession here. We get double Hulking Raptor triggers that give us 4 mana on the stack. They are completely tapped out when it comes to mana. And we're going to slam this Ghalta, putting in Atali, putting in a Paleontologist. So Ghalta on the stack. The best part is we can actually activate the Paleontologist to exile a Dino. Put these two in. You know, a bada bing, a bada boom kind of effect. And our opponent realizes the hulking raptors they were willing to deal with, and maybe even one 12-12 they'd be willing to deal with in terms of like maybe Odawara bouncing this or something, because they do play blue, even though they don't have blue mana currently in play. But the Atali going to trigger, plus like the paleontologist to just add insult to injury is going to be really tough. Okay, my opponent goes first. Are we willing? Well, we don't get the green down regardless, so I guess not, no? So we really would need to draw an untapped green source. We missed, because I would really like to just play this on Druid and then get this down, and then maybe get the fight ring down, but it doesn't help. But it does get this hammer skull down a turn early, actually. Yeah, I guess it's worth it. I think it's actually human that we want to name. And so we'll play that, and a green-white source generally turns counter spells off. Oh, maybe we're in the same ballpark. Who knows? Let's play the big boy. What do you got for me? Hey. We got that too. We're just doing it in the reverse order, big dog. All right, hopefully ours is better. It's like you know, like there's things that are good. There's some things that are like, all right. But we do get to play this and double the damage of either of these. So if this isn't good, let's go, dude. So we have lethal. Just like that, we get to play a Skull Spore Nexus. All right, my opponent goes first. We can keep this. We'll start off with the Ridgeline. Won't be able to really chomp anything regardless, because this... How do I play against Dinos back to back, dude? No way. Don't have it. Ah, boy. Oh boy. Are we dead? Huh? No fight rigging, Mr. Sir, please. I'm begging. Please. Have bad hand. Man, that art really do be mess me up. Sweet. Here's my 6/6. You have a 6/6. I have a 6/6. But yours is cooler than my 6/6. Don't burn it. Don't burn it. Don't burn it. Sweet. Still don't have to burn it. We take that for sure, because we have the fight rigging. So, like, obviously, we're going for the big goof. Big 1-2 doof. Deck. Sucks. Yeah. I mean, we have so many better hits that we'd love to find. But now the burn spell doesn't get this out of the way, and we have a 5/3 to kind of chump some other stuff. And we get to play Dracosaur right away. I would love to get another fight rigging, but we didn't have time for that. Ooh. Not good. Could be an all-out attack here. I couldn't see why they wouldn't. Like, yeah. This is a thing you have to do. I'll take my 3, I suppose. Is this enough to live? No. Not. This is kind of enough to live. It doesn't feel that way, but it is. No attack. Technically, if they're not careful, there could be trades in which we survive here. Never mind. I think that kills us, right? I have 3 blockers. You have lethal in the air. I mean, yeah, it's much more keepable than what our last hand was. Just throw one of these lanes back and hope our paleontologist... Hope our paleontologist lives. If not, we're probably gonna get batted here, and they're gonna take it regardless. Come on, get him in the. Just. It's tough sometimes to play for both of us. Take my paleontologist. Taking the Carnosaur doesn't really do anything. Unless you have an answer for paleontologist, then you take the Carnosaur. Tough, dude. Man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Land Gix. Can I just keep guessing the turns? No Gix. Okay. That's because they're holding up a counter spell. That doesn't work on a cycle. Oh, another deep cavern bat. Okay. I'm all off. My register's everywhere now. I don't know what they're playing. I don't know what they're doing. Someone hold me. I'm scared. Well, that's pretty cool. Dino. Spike this one. Thank you. Please don't cut down it. But I feel like they don't take this if they have removal for it. Maybe they've drawn it since then. But I think they just take like Carnosaur, remove that, bat me again, take other Carnosaur. But again, they obviously could have drawn removal since then. And maybe they have. But sure. Let's take my one. Make this spirit not available. So you know my plan. We're going to slam this guy. And then if this doesn't get answered, we're going to play the Drocosaur. Maybe draw a land. Play it anyway. Who really knows? They have the mana to do it. They just have to have a second go for the throat, and they do. Sure. Me for one. I'll do this. Grab that. And now, like, this is at least in play and established. You're gonna bat me again. You're just gonna bring this up and attack. You can mill me, I guess. No, doesn't really do anything. It's just like a part of playing the card. I don't think that's their intention with their deck. Attack me for 5. Set me to 11. Huh? Oh, they mill themselves. Is it a double damage deck? Or triple, I guess it is. That's kind of crazy to me. We call that in the biz a rip. All right, yep, I'm gonna play this guy. It's bonk time. Watch me whiff. Nah, this seemed pretty good. Yep. Hey, I got the doubler, sick. And just like that, in one turn, the Dino deck did its thing. Very cool. Good game, opponent. They flooded quite a lot, though. So I can't take too much away from it. That game changes a ton if they play a Gix and their bats are drawing them cards. I think they just slowly... They had like a really good early game. It's just that mid to late range game that you sometimes fall into whenever you're playing these bats and stuff in your deck. You just don't get to your late game. It's very hard to end up coming away with a win. You allow us to stick around for too long, and then stuff like that happens. Ooh, this hand's so close. I think we gotta risk it for the biscuit, you know? Our hand's maximum mana value is 4 right now, because this could be technically discarded for 3. Ooh, be soldiers. That's not soldiers. I'm not a fan of that. Well, you know, if we're gonna remove it once, we're gonna remove it the good way. Yeah, could have saved that for maybe a Skrelv or something a little bit bigger, but I plan on playing a 6/6 next turn. I think. There's Skrelv, thing that does the thing. Could technically try to Carnosaur it, but I think they might have Fading Hope, so I'm gonna go for the fight rigging. That one. And then we just have to kind of hope we get it here. I really hope they tap out to try to kind of impose as much poison on us as they can. I don't think we're gonna get that though. Yeah. I know. Perfect rip, by the way, so counterspell is not viable. It's stuck? Oh my god, no way they have 3 mana and that actually sticks. No shot, right? All right, here's my board state. I was so ready for just a bounce spell. I mean, sure. You have one creature that can block. Like, it's not gonna work that well. What in the world just happened? Opponent goes first. I don't really like keeping hands like this because they're super fast or just way too slow, but it fits the bill, I guess. Cut down for this, I suppose. Sure, that's fine. We'll play a fight rigging first, I think. I generally like to play fight rigging first instead of like playing my creature that can get removed, because I would like for them to tap out for something and then our fight rigging be good. If our fight rigging sucks, however, I'm actually going to play a second fight rigging to make sure they're good. For example, if I could put this back on top of my library, I would. But there's going to be another one in the next 5, right? See, sometimes your fight riggings suck, and you just have to live with them. Okay, well, this is still just 3 damage. There's no creature lying about, so I'll take my 3. What do you got for me? Nothing? They don't cast a spell because, you know, why would they? I'm going to play a second fight rigging. I have nothing on it. I have nothing at all. I would like to target no creature. You have a 4/4. Please tap out. Smiley face. Or please don't leave 2 mana open. I prefer go for the throat to not enter the battlefield or be able to be put on the stack. I like a Shieldred. I mean, that's not great for me either, but like, it's reasonable enough for them, you know? They're thinking about it. I think the argument that they might be having with themselves, would they really have played another fight rigging if they didn't have anything? And they're going to play around it regardless, which sucks, by the way. I'm not a fan of this. I call my hoot nanny. Dinosaur. Sure. That comes on good. We're going to target the Hammer Boy. We're going to do Paleontologist. Fight rigging. This is the first trigger. So I'm going to target here. And then I'm going to have this one target here. What? My opponents just not have the removal ever? This is insane. I'm so used to like just being like, here's my removal spell. Good luck. And it's just resolved every time. This deck is way better when my fight riggings are legally allowed to target the creature I want to grow. And I thought with them leaving up mana twice there that there was no way that it could have been anything else. Maybe I'm wrong, and maybe I'm just like not thinking about it correctly. But I just not having go for the throat there, but left up to 2 mana twice. What was in their hand that they didn't want to play? Maybe they thought cut down was good enough or strong enough. But like that could have been, they should have been able to remove the Paleontologist, so it wasn't that either. I'm so confused. They're timing now, so. Hey, there's Shelly. I'll take my turn. I'm so sorry, opponent. I'm gonna play this one. Like, I'm not actually that sorry, you know, like sometimes I will be. But like right now, not really. Skip them. They're all coming in. This trades with everything but Shieldred. This trades with everything but Shieldred. Tramples over. Doesn't trample over, but hits for a ton. And then obviously this has got to be blocked for some amount because you're not going to let me look at the top 9 cards and put a ton of stuff in. Dino's coming out today having a good time. So, I mean, I'll take this all day. If it's pretty much a reset, but I get left with 14 damage in play, like, I'm all good. Except the fact that my Skullborn Nexus is going to trigger. And here we are. Yeah. I get it. Okay, well, we'll go first. I mean, it's keepable on a go first here. Because, like, this will be significantly cheaper. It'll actually be 2 mana, which will be really nice. Play here. We pass up again. On a white Thalia. Yes, technically Brutal Cathar could happen, but it'll honestly kind of work out not in their favor. Same thing, I guess. Dinosaur next in turn. And then if they try to like play an Adeline attack here, we pop the bodyguard. I'll take that. I have my 6/6 back. You can name the Nexus, but I can still play it next turn. You can play You can name Gishath, I guess. Or maybe Fight Rigging, but then I can still cast it because I have the mana. A little bit weird. Sure. The only real issue is they're not going to die to anything. Wow. Only just take a beating. Very nice of them. Dinos. Let's play this, I guess. No attack. As long as they can just sit here and hold the fort, I don't really care. Sure, it took my entire turn to do that, but next turn I can play Paleontologist, activate it, exiling the Carnosaur if it sticks around. Okay. We're looking for another exile effects. Let me find Anointed Peacekeeper. They should definitely name Paleontologist here. That makes playing it 4 mana, also activating its ability 4 mana. It feels like a very obvious choice to me. Yep. Not really surprised there. I really wish I had a Dino to actually play here. Because then I could spend 2 mana doubling something. Let's just pump out some stuff. It's not a mana ability. Activated abilities, source seriously me, cost 2 more. 5, 6, 7. Second night. Sure. Going for the same thing here. Coming up just a little short. Can you stop playing Peacekeepers? Like, holy, man. Such a whack way to, like, potentially win a game. And, oh man, do I hope this hits. And, oh man, did it hit. Sure. So I had to pay 2 extra with this. Did not realize that. To be honest with you. Could have used this, but because then I could have activated this. But actually, this is named, so it's 4 mana, so I wouldn't have been able to activate it regardless. That's a triggered ability, not an activated ability. So the Peacekeeper doesn't actually make me pay for it. You'll be able to see. This is your attack. I have to assume in Ganjo's somewhere. If that's the case, I'm still going to block up. Okay. Well, our opponent goes first, and the same thing we've said a couple of times now. Turn 2 this. We take the chance on it. Obviously being on the play. Upset opportunity. I think both times I've said it, I've also led this right into a cut down. And look at that. There it is again. Almost like standard. Might. Now, don't get me wrong. Might be stale. Never mind. This is a local hero. Don't you ever doubt them again. They're playing the card that requires way too many counters to be active, but also has to require that many counters or be way too strong. But if you don't know what this does, because it's the first time you're seeing it, I wouldn't even blame you. When it deals combat damage to player, if it has fewer than 4 counters on it, put 1 on it. And then if you have exactly 4, search your library for a card and put it in your hand and then shuffle. Very strong effect. We're going to play this. I'm going to block. For what I think would be obvious reasons. Could be wrong. Go for it. Get in there. Sure. Ever go for the throat? No. That down won't do it. Just keep playing your creatures. Oh! I love how gassed I get for like a goofy draw. Oh, mamma mia. I'm gonna play this. Don't worry. I promise you, it could be worse. Okay. Like I said. Could be worse. I put a virtue in play, which is pretty sick nasty if I had to say so myself. Because here's the thing, right? If they attack with this preacher, now it only makes a 1/1 lifelinker. That's pretty good. However, I'm going to block with the Atali, and I'm going to bring it back with the virtue potentially. Yeah, and I think they realized that.